Did you know that sharks existed before trees? Yes, you heard that right. It's one of those facts that sounds completely fake, but I promise you, it's 100% true. Let's dive into the incredible timeline of our planet and see how this is even possible. The story begins in the vast ancient oceans. The very first sharks, or at least creatures we would recognize as shark-like, appeared on the scene over 400 million years ago, during a period geologists call the Devonian period. Some estimates even push that date back to 450 million years. Imagine that. These weren't the great whites we know today, but their ancestors were already patrolling the waters, establishing themselves as formidable predators. They swam through Earth's oceans long before the first forests ever took root. For tens of millions of years, the land was largely barren, mostly covered in mosses and simple primitive plants, while the oceans were teeming with life, including these early sharks. They were already ancient by the time the first real trees began to evolve. So, when did trees join the party? The first true trees, with woody trunks and complex root systems, didn't appear until around 350 million years ago. That's a full 50 million years after the first sharks were already swimming around. One of the earliest known trees, called Archaeopteris, had a fern-like appearance, but was a true tree that could grow tall and form the world's first forest. Before this, the tallest plants were only a few feet high. The evolution of trees was a game changer for the planet, but sharks had a massive head start. Think about it. Sharks had been around for a period of time longer than the entire existence of dinosaurs before trees even showed up. It's a mind-bending perspective that completely flips our usual understanding of the natural world. We tend to think of trees and forests as this ancient, primordial feature of Earth, but in the grand scheme of things, sharks are the true old-timers. What's even more incredible is what sharks have survived. Over their 400 million year history, they have lived through at least 4 of the 5 major mass extinction events. They survived the event that wiped out the dinosaurs. They survived massive volcanic eruptions and asteroid impacts that reshaped the planet and annihilated countless other species. While other life forms came and went, sharks persisted. They are the ultimate evolutionary survivors, a testament to a design that has proven to be incredibly successful and resilient. Their ability to adapt and endure through such catastrophic changes is nothing short of remarkable. This long history of survival makes their story even more fascinating than just being older than trees. They are a living link to a world that is almost alien to us, a world that existed long before continents settled into their current positions. While sharks were busy surviving, the newly evolved trees were transforming the planet. The rise of vast forests during the Carboniferous period, which came after the Devonian, dramatically changed Earth's atmosphere. These new forests pumped enormous amounts of oxygen into the air, leading to an atmosphere with much higher oxygen levels than we have today. This had a profound effect on life, allowing insects, for example, to grow to gigantic sizes. But all this time, while the land was undergoing this green revolution, sharks were already thriving in the oceans. They were a well-established part of the marine ecosystem, a dynasty that had already ruled the seas for millions upon millions of years. The world was changing around them, but their fundamental success story was already written. So why does this fact feel so fake? I think it's because our human perspective is so land-based. We see trees and forests every day. They form the backdrop of our world. We instinctively assume that something so fundamental and widespread must have been here from the beginning. We picture prehistoric landscapes with volcanoes, dinosaurs, and of course, lush forests. But evolution doesn't follow our intuitive logic or a neat linear story. Life first exploded in the oceans, and it was there that many of the major evolutionary blueprints, like that of the shark, were forged. The colonization of land by complex life forms like trees was a much later chapter in Earth's history. This fact challenges our assumptions and forces us to appreciate the true depth and strangeness of geologic time. Sharks are often called living fossils, and for good reason. While they have diversified into over 500 species, their basic body plan is streamlined, cartilaginous design has barely changed in hundreds of millions of years. It's a design that was so effective, so perfectly suited to its environment, that it didn't need a major overhaul. The sharks of today are remarkably similar to their ancient ancestors. They are a perfect example of the evolutionary principle. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This incredible consistency stands in stark contrast to the evolutionary journey of many other life forms that have undergone dramatic transformations or simply gone extinct. When you see a shark, you are looking at a masterpiece of evolution, honed over an almost incomprehensible span of time. Trees, on the other hand, have had a completely different evolutionary story. Since their first appearance, they have evolved into countless species, adapting to nearly every climate on Earth, from the freezing taiga to the sweltering tropics. They have developed an incredible variety of forms, from towering redwoods to sprawling banyans. Forests have completely reshaped terrestrial ecosystems, creating habitats for millions of species, influencing weather patterns, and shaping the very soil beneath them. The evolutionary journey of trees has been one of explosive diversification and constant adaptation, a stark contrast to the steady, enduring success of the sharks. Both are evolutionary success stories, but they've followed very different paths to get here. So in the great evolutionary race of life on Earth, who came first? The answer is clear. Sharks beat trees by a staggering 50 million years. They are a reminder that the history of our planet is far older, richer, and more surprising than we can often imagine. The next time you see a picture of a shark, remember that you're looking at a lineage that predates not just dinosaurs, but every forest that has ever grown on this planet. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into a fact that feels fake. If you love having your mind blown by science and history, make sure to subscribe for more amazing facts. Thanks for watching.